Brother Jumble, why you dey fumble? You no need to dey suffer to send money, oh. Carry phone make you dial the number 894. Make you know they wait. 894. No need to dey stand for line. 894. It is safe and secure. 894 for me. 894 for you. 894 for urgent number that could change your whole world. 894. It no matter if you don't get data. 894. Just pick your phone and dial the number. 894 for me. 894 for you. 894 for Niger.
Dial star 894 hash to get started.
You first bank.
Mama, this food must be sweet because the aroma no be here.
Emeka, you know say better soup na money kill am.
That reminds me. Let me send you some money for foodstuff.
Uncle Ejiro, how would those be now? Hope you settle down now.
Kenny, I am doing well. How is school going?
You know how it is been now. Sapa just there everywhere.
That's why you called Chibi. Don't worry, I'll send you something.
Look at the site. We just have 200 blocks to go before housewarming.
Wow, this is beautiful. I'll send something soon.
Emeka, thank you all.
Uncle, you too sure.
Sister, just like old times.
Even if you can't be near your friends and family, you can feel at home every time you transact with First Diaspora. Open a First Diaspora account and you'll always be home, even abroad. Welcome home. Visit www.firstbanknigeria.com.
You first. First Bank.
Your goal may be patient, but prices are not. So if you're saving towards something important, your money should not just sit quietly in a regular account, watching life happen. It should be growing. That is where our First Asset Money Market Fund comes in. A mutual fund that puts your money to work across treasury bills, commercial papers, and other fixed income instruments. You can start with as little as 5,000 Naira or go as high as you want. And the more consistent you are, the better it can work. When you top up regularly, your returns add to your balance, and your bigger balance earns even more returns. That is the power of consistency. To get started, visit first-assetmanagement.com or download and log into the First Edge app. Start your investment journey with us today.
For thousands of years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood against wind, sand, and time itself. Why? The answer is simple. The structure. The same is true of legacies that last. They don't last by accident. They last because of the right structure. First Trustees is Nigeria's leading partner in building the right structures to ensure families, companies, and public legacies last. We deliver reliable, transparent, and innovative trust solutions that protect your interests and empower your financial goals. As a licensed trust services provider, here is how we safeguard your interests across the private, public, and corporate sectors. Private Trust. We protect family wealth through expert succession planning, ensuring your legacy transfers smoothly to the next generation. Public Trust. We act as independent guardians for bonds and investment schemes, prioritizing investor protection and regulatory transparency. Corporate Trust. From escrow to employee benefits, we help businesses manage risk and navigate complex transactions with total confidence. Let's make sure the next turning point in your story has the right trust solution to ensure its success. First Trustees, safeguarding today, securing tomorrow.
Who is First Securities Brokers? We help execute your trade on the Nigerian exchange. We provide market insights to help guide your investment decisions. And we ensure that you grow your wealth strategically. Follow us on all our social media handles.
Racing forward. Your choices are the footprints of tomorrow. What say you?
To trusted expertise built on 132 years of leadership and innovation.
Where your money works smarter, powered by global insight.
To insurance designed to safeguard your peace of mind.
Where every investment is guided by expertise and integrity.
Where entrepreneurial thinking meets smart execution.
Because legacy deserves care that lasts generations.
Where your needs today and your dreams for tomorrow meet the banking experience built around your best interests. At First HoldCo, we are driven by epic values: entrepreneurship, professionalism, innovation, and collaboration, shaping Africa's and the world's financial future.
So what say you to putting you first?
Simply say yes to First HoldCo.
Brother Jumble, why you dey fumble? You no need to dey suffer to send money, yo. Carry for make you dial the number 894. Make you know the wait. 894. No need to dey stand for line. 894. It is safe and secure. 894 for me. 894 for you. Change your whole world. It no matter if you no get data. Just pick your phone and dial the number 894 for me, 894 for you, 894 for Niger.
Dial star 894 hash to get started.
You first bank.
Mama, this food must be sweet because the aroma no be here.
Emeka, you know say better soup na money kill am.
That reminds me. Let me send you some money for foodstuff.
Uncle Ejiro, how have those been now? Hope you settled down now.
Kenny, I am doing well. How is school going?
You know how they be now. Sapa just there everywhere.
That's why you called Chibi. Don't worry, I'll send you something.
Look at the site. We just have 200 blocks to go before housewarming.
Wow, this is beautiful. I'll send something soon.
Emeka, thank you all.
Uncle, you too sure.
sister. Just like old times.
Even if you can't be near your friends and family, you can feel at home every time you transact with First Diaspora. Open a First Diaspora account and you'll always be home, even abroad. Welcome home. Visit www.firstbanknigeria.com.
You first. First Bank.
Your goal may be patient, but prices are not. So if you're saving towards something important, your money should not just sit quietly in a regular account, watching life happen. It should be growing. That is where our first asset money market fund comes in. A mutual fund that puts your money to work across treasury bills, commercial papers, and other fixed income instruments. You can start with as little as 5,000 naira or go as high as you want. And the more consistent you are, the better it can work. When you top up regularly, your returns add to your balance, and your bigger balance earns even more returns. That is the power of consistency. To get started, visit first-assetmanagement.com or download and log into the First Edge app. Start your investment journey with us today.
For thousands of years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood against wind, sand, and time itself. Why? The answer is simple. The structure. The same is true of legacies that last. They don't last by accident. They last because of the right structure. First Trustees is Nigeria's leading partner in building the right structures to ensure families, companies, and public legacies last. We deliver reliable, transparent, and innovative trust solutions that protect your interests and empower your financial goals. As a licensed trust services provider, here is how we safeguard your interests across the private, public, and corporate sectors. Private Trust. We protect family wealth through expert succession planning, ensuring your legacy transfers smoothly to the next generation. Public Trust. We act as independent guardians for bonds and investment schemes, prioritizing investor protection and regulatory transparency. Corporate Trust. From escrow to employee benefits, we help businesses manage risk and navigate complex transactions with total confidence. Let's make sure the next turning point in your story has the right trust solution to ensure its success. First Trustees, safeguarding today, securing tomorrow.
Who is First Securities Brokers? We help execute your trade on the Nigerian exchange. We provide market insights to help guide your investment decisions, and we ensure that you grow your wealth strategically. Follow us on all our social media handles.
Racing forward. Your choices are the footprints of tomorrow. What say you?
To trusted expertise built on 132 years of leadership and innovation.
Where your money works smarter, powered by global insight.
To insurance designed to safeguard your peace of mind.
Where every investment is guided by expertise and integrity.
Where entrepreneurial thinking meets smart execution.
Because legacy deserves care that lasts generations.
Where your needs today and your dreams for tomorrow meet the banking experience built around your best interests. At First HoldCo, we are driven by epic values: entrepreneurship, professionalism, innovation, and collaboration, shaping Africa's and the world's financial future.
So what say you to putting you first?
Simply say yes to First HoldCo.
Brother Jumble, why you dey fumble? You no need to dey suffer to send money, oh. Carry phone, make you dial the number 894. Make you know the wait. 894. No need to dey stand for line. 894. It is safe and secure. 894 for me. 894 and for you. Change the whole world. It no matter if you don't get data. Just pick your phone and dial the number 894 for me, 894 for you, 894 for Niger.
Dial star 894 hash to get started.
You first bank.
Mama, this food must be sweet because the aroma no be here.
Emeka, you know say better soup na money kill am.
That reminds me. Let me send you some money for foodstuff.
Uncle Ejiro, how have those been now? Hope you settled down now.
Kenny, I am doing well. How is school going?
You know how they be now. Sapa just there everywhere.
That's why you called Chibi. Don't worry, I'll send you something.
Look at the site. We just have 200 blocks to go before housewarming.
Wow, this is beautiful. I'll send something soon.
Emeka, thank you. Oh.
Uncle, you too sure.
Sister, just like old times.
Even if you can't be near your friends and family, you can feel at home every time you transact with First Diaspora. Open a First Diaspora account and you'll always be home, even abroad. Welcome home. Visit www.firstbanknigeria.com.
You first. First Bank.
Your goal may be patient, but prices are not. So if you're saving towards something important, your money should not just sit quietly in a regular account, watching life happen. It should be growing. That is where our First Asset Money Market Fund comes in. A mutual fund that puts your money to work across treasury bills, commercial papers, and other fixed income instruments. You can start with as little as 5,000 naira or go as high as you want. And the more consistent you are, the better it can work. When you top up regularly, your returns add to your balance, and your bigger balance earns even more returns. That is the power of consistency. To get started, visit first-assetmanagement.com or download and log into the First Edge app. Start your investment journey with us today.
For thousands of years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood against wind, sand, and time itself. Why? The answer is simple. The structure. The same is true of legacies that last. They don't last by accident. They last because of the right structure. First Trustees is Nigeria's leading partner in building the right structures to ensure families, companies, and public legacies last. We deliver reliable, transparent, and innovative trust solutions that protect your interests and empower your financial goals. As a licensed trust services provider, here is how we safeguard your interests across the private, public, and corporate sectors. Private trust. We protect family wealth through expert succession planning, ensuring your legacy transfers smoothly to the next generation. Public trust. We act as independent guardians for bonds and investment schemes, prioritizing investor protection and regulatory transparency. Corporate trust. From escrow to employee benefits, we help businesses manage risk and navigate complex transactions with total confidence. Let's make sure the next turning point in your story has the right trust solution to ensure its success. First Trustees, safeguarding today, securing tomorrow.
Who is First Securities Brokers? We help execute your trade on the Nigerian exchange. We provide market insights to help guide your investment decisions, and we ensure that you grow your wealth strategically. Follow us on all our social media handles.
Racing forward. Your choices are the footprints of tomorrow. What say you?
To trusted expertise built on 132 years of leadership and innovation.
Where your money works smarter, powered by global insight.
To insurance designed to safeguard your peace of mind.
Where every investment is guided by expertise and integrity.
Where entrepreneurial thinking meets smart execution.
Because legacy deserves care that lasts generations.
Where your needs today and your dreams for tomorrow meet the banking experience built around your best interests. At First HoldCo, we are driven by epic values: entrepreneurship, professionalism, innovation, and collaboration, shaping Africa's and the world's financial future.
So what say you to putting you first?
Simply say yes to First HoldCo.
Brother Chumbull, why you dey fumble? You no need to dey suffer to send money, oh. Carry phone, make you dial the number 894. Make you know the wait. 894. No need to dey stand for line. 894. It is safe and secure. 894 for me. 894 for you. Change your whole world. It no matter if you no get data. Just pick your phone
star 894 hash to get started.
You first bank.
Mama, this food must be sweet because the aroma no be here.
Emeka, you know say better soup na money kill am.
That reminds me. Let me send you some money for foodstuff.
Uncle Ejiro, how have those been now? Hope you settled down now.
Kenny, I am doing well. How is school going?
You know how they be now. Sapa just there everywhere.
That's why you called Chibi. Don't worry, I'll send you something.
Look at the site. We just have 200 blocks to go before housewarming.
Wow, this is beautiful. I'll send something soon.
Emeka, thank you.
Uncle, you too sure.
Sister, just like old times.
Even if you can't be near your friends and family, you can feel at home every time you transact with First Diaspora. Open a First Diaspora account and you'll always be home, even abroad. Welcome home. Visit www.firstbanknigeria.com.
You first. First Bank.
Your goal may be patient, but prices are not. So if you're saving towards something important, your money should not just sit quietly in a regular account, watching life happen. It should be growing. That is where our First Asset Money Market Fund comes in. A mutual fund that puts your money to work across treasury bills, commercial papers, and other fixed income instruments. You can start with as little as 5,000 naira or go as high as you want.
Everyone. The registers have confirmed to me that we have a quorum. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the time now is 10 a.m. and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the 14th annual general meeting of our company. I wish to inform you that this annual general meeting is being held virtually, further to the provisions of the Business Facilitation Miscellaneous Provisions Act, which amended the provisions of Section 240, subsection 2 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, to enable public companies to hold general meetings electronically. This AGM is being streamed live and recorded. Before the business of the day, will the shareholder please lead us in a short prayer? Bishop, Akpori, please. Akpori.
Lord Jesus Christ of God, the God that created heaven and earth, I thank you sincerely for this wonderful morning that we must rejoice. Here we are, the members, shareholders of First Bank, the first HoldCo. And I pray thee, oh God, this meeting of today, you know about it. The chairman and the management and the board, they have done so well. Therefore, I want you to stand by this meeting and make it a success, that your name be glorified. I use that opportunity to pray for the chairman, who is going to be at the helm of affairs today. Lord, do not leave him alone. Do not leave him alone. Everybody that has to do with the meeting of today, that will make it to be successful, do not leave them alone. I put the meeting into your care. It is the will of God that must be done. The power of Satan must cripple, must run far away, and the meeting must be successful. That will have reason to glorify your name. Father, we thank you. because you are here already. In Jesus' name I have prayed.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Bishop. I will proceed to read out the meeting protocol. Shareholders should note that they will be muted for the duration of the meeting except where permission has been granted to speak. You may request permission to speak during the question and answer session by clicking the raise hand icon on the online platform. Please state your name once you have been called upon to speak. I thank you for your cooperation. I report that since the last AGM, the changes on the board of your company are the voluntary retirement of the former Executive Director, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Oyewole Ariyibi, effective August 15, 2025, and the resignation of a non-Executive Director, Dr. Julius Omodayo Owutuga, effective May 7, 2026. We wish them the very best in their future endeavors. I confirm that the Register of Directors shareholding is available for inspection by shareholders in compliance with the provisions of Section 318 of CAMA. Before moving to the formal aspect of the meeting, I would like to commence proceedings by introducing our directors and the Group Company Secretary. The directors of the company are Dr. Alimi Abdulrazak, Dr. Sir Peter Aliogo, Mrs. Kofo Dosekun, Dr. Abiodun Fatade, Mr. Olusegun Alabioshu, Mr. Adebale Oyedeji, of course, my humble self, Mr. Oluwafemi Otedola, CUN. The Group Company Secretary is Mrs. Abiola Barowa. We have with us representatives of the following regulators: the Central Bank of Nigeria, Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Nigerian Stock Exchange Limited. Also present are the registrars, Meristem Registrars, and Probate Services Limited. The external auditor, Messrs. KPMG Professional Services, and the external consultants on the board appraiser, Messrs. Deloitte and Touch. Also with us at this meeting is the chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee, Mrs. Awa Umar, FCA and other shareholder representative, Mr. Matthew Akinlade and Mr. Christopher Ogba. I will now call upon the Group Company Secretary to read the notice convening the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good morning to our distinguished shareholders. I will now read out the notice of the 14th Annual General Meeting for First HoldCo PLC. Notice of the 14th Annual General Meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 14th Annual General Meeting of members of First HoldCo PLC will be held virtually on Friday, 29th May 2026 at 10 a.m. prompt to transact the following businesses. Ordinary business. Number 1. To receive the company's audited financial statements for the financial year ended 31st December 2025, together with the reports of the directors, auditor, board evaluation consultants, and the audit committee thereon. Number 2, to re-elect directors. Number 3, to authorize the board to fix the remuneration of the external auditor. Number 4, to disclose the remuneration of managers of the company. Number 5, to elect members of the Statutory Audit Committee. Special business. Number 6, to consider and, if thought fit, pass the following as special resolutions. 6A, that the company be and is hereby authorized to undertake a capital raise of up to 253,99,328,580 naira and 50 kobo to achieve 1 trillion naira paid up capital, comprising share capital and share premium. The capital raise transaction shall be implemented by one or more transactions through the issuance of shares by way of a public offering, private placement, rights issue, bonus issues, scrip dividend, or other equity instrument in the Nigerian or international capital markets at prices to be determined by way of a book building process or any other valuation method or combination of methods in such tranches, series of proportions, or at such periods or dates, coupon, or interest rates within such maturity periods and upon such other terms and conditions as may be determined by the Board of Directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. 6B, that the capital raise referred to in Resolution A above be underwritten on such terms as may be determined by the Directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. 6C, that the share capital of the company be increased by such number of ordinary shares which may be required upon determination of the terms of the share capital raise, and the Directors be and are hereby authorized to pass all necessary resolutions to effect such increase and to allot the new ordinary shares required in connection with the capital raise. 6D, that the Directors and the Group Company Secretary be and are hereby authorized to take requisite steps to reflect the changes in the share capital structure of the company at the Corporate Affairs Commission, including but not limited to effecting the necessary amendment to the company's Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association to reflect the updated company share capital pursuant to the foregoing resolutions. 6E, that the Directors be and are hereby authorized to undertake all necessary actions to secure the listing and admission to trading of securities issued pursuant to the foregoing resolution on the official list of the Nigerian Exchange Limited and or any other securities exchanges or markets. 6F, that the Directors be and are hereby authorized to appoint such professional parties and advisors to perform all such other acts and do such other things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including, without limitation, executing necessary documents in connection with the capital raise, determining the final structure of the capital raise, interfacing and complying with the directives of any relevant regulatory authority. By order of the Board, Abiola Barua, Group Company Secretary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Group Company Secretary. I would like to call on the representative of the auditor, Messrs. KPMG Professional Services, to read the auditor's report, which has been circulated to shareholders, together with the accounts for the year ended December 31, 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of Board of Directors, distinguished shareholders, and representative of regulators here in this meeting. My name is Akim Yashade, and I'll be presenting an independent auditor's report on behalf of KPMG. The independent auditor's report is on page 137 through to page 142 of the annual report. I would like to approach the shareholders through the chairman to allow me to read the opinion section on page 137 and reports on other legal and regulatory requirements on page 142. If I have your permission, I'll proceed on that basis. Thank you. To the shareholders of First HoldCo PLC, report on the audit of the consolidated and separate financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the consolidated and separate financial statements of First HoldCo PLC, the company, and its subsidiaries, together the group, which comprise the consolidated and separate statement of financial position as at 31 December 2025, the consolidated and separate statement of profit or loss, the consolidated and separate statement of other comprehensive income, the consolidated and separate statement of changes in equity, the consolidated and separate statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the notes to the consolidated and separate financial statement comprising material accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, the accompanying consolidated and separate financial statements give a true and fair view of the consolidated and separate financial position of the company and its subsidiary as at 31 December 2025, and of its consolidated and separate financial performance and consolidated and separate cash flows for the year then ended, in accordance with IFRS accounting standards as issued by the International Accounting Standard Board, and in the manner required by the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020, the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act 2011 as amended, and the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020, and relevant Central Bank of Nigeria guidelines and circulars. Page 142. Reports on other legal and regulatory requirements. Compliance with the requirements of Schedule 5 of CAMA 2020. 1. We have obtained all the information and explanations which to the best of our knowledge and belief were necessary for the purpose of our audits. 2. In our opinion, proper books of accounts have been kept by the company so far as appears from our examination of those books. 3. The company's statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of accounts. Compliance with Section 26, subsection 3 of BOFIA 2020 and Central Banks of Nigeria Circular BSD/1/2004. 1. The group paid penalties amounting to 344 million in respect of contravention of CBN guidelines, circulars, and regulations during the year ended 31 December 2025 as disclosed in Note 47 to the consolidated and separate financial statements. 2. Related party transactions and balances are disclosed in Note 45 to the consolidated and separate financial statements in compliance with the Central Bank of Nigeria Circular BSD/1/2004. Compliance with FRC guidance on assurance engagement reports on internal control over financial reporting. In accordance with the requirements of Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, we performed a limited assurance engagement and reported on management's assessment of the group's internal control over financial reporting as of 31 December 2025. The work performed was done in accordance with ISAE 3000 revised, which is the circular on assurance engagement other than audits or reviews of historical financial information, and the FRC guidance on assurance engagement reports on internal control over financial reporting. We have issued an unmodified conclusion in our report dated 06 May 2026. That report is included in the annual reports. My name is Akiyemi Ashade. I signed on behalf of KPMG, dated 6th May 2026, Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ashade. I also call on the chairman of the Statutory Audit Committee, Mrs. Awa Uma, FCA, to read the committee's report already circulated. It is on page 131 of the annual report on accounts circulated to shareholders.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and board members. Good morning, fellow shareholders. It is my pleasure to present this report of the Statutory Audit Committee of our company at this AGM. The report is on page 131 of the Annual Report and Accounts 2025. And I read. To the members of First HoldCo PLC, in accordance with the provision of Section 404 of the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020, members of the Statutory Audit Committee of First HoldCo PLC hereby report on the consolidated and separate financial statements of the year ended 31st December 2025 as follows. 1. The scope and planning of the audit were adequate in our opinion. 2. The accounting and reporting policies of the company conform to statutory requirements and agreed ethical practice. 3. The committee reviewed the adequacy and effectiveness of the company's system of internal control and is satisfied that the system is being monitored and effectively applied during the year under review. 4. The external auditor's management report received satisfactory response from management. 5. The committee reviewed the audit report on insider-related party transactions and is satisfied and their status with their status as required by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, dated 9th March 2026. Signed on behalf of the committee, members by myself, Hawa Umar, chairman of the committee. Other shareholders of the committee are Mr. Matthew Akinlade, FCA, Mr. Christopher Ogba, FCCA, and Dr. Sir Peter Aliogo, Independent Non-Executive Director, Dr. Julius Omodayo Owotuga, Non-Executive Director. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Umar. Lastly, I'll call on the representatives of Messrs. Deloitte and Touche to present the Board Appraisal and Corporate Governance reports for the 2025 financial year. The report is on page 90 of the annual report and accounts circulated to shareholders.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, Chairman, Directors, and distinguished shareholders. My name is Ibukun Bicroft, and I'll be reading the report of the independent consultant on the annual board evaluation and corporate governance review of First HoldCo PLC. First HoldCo PLC engaged Deloitte and Touche to carry out an independent assessment of the board and corporate governance framework for the year ended 31st December 2025. The scope of the review included an assessment of the structure, mandate, and performance of the board committees, and management as it relates to the overall strategic direction of the company, stakeholder engagement, disclosures, and transparency. The review was performed in compliance with the Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance 2018, Security and Exchange Corporate Governance Guideline 2020, and the Central Bank Corporate Governance Guidelines for the Financial Holding Company, CBN CG Guidelines for Financial Holding Company 2023. Our approach involved a review of relevant governance documents, policies, and procedures. The report of our evaluation was premised on information we gathered from our review of relevant governance documents, surveys completed by the directors, and interviews with select members of the board. The result of our evaluation has shown that the board and the corporate governance framework and practices in First HoldCo complies with the provisions of the extant Code of Corporate Governance. We have also ascertained that the key board functionaries, that's the board and board committee chairperson, and the board committees met their responsibilities under the code and governance charters in First HoldCo. The report further highlights details of our review activities and observations. It should be noted that matters raised in this report are only those that came to our attention during the review. As such, we do not express any opinion on the activities not reported. The report should be read in conjunction with the corporate governance section of the annual report. Yours faithfully for Deloitte and Touche, Ibukun Bicroft. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bicroft. The next item to be read is the chairman's statement on page 26 of the annual report and accounts. In view of the need for brevity of this meeting, do I assume that the statement is taken as read?
Taken as read.
Taken as read, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In view of the virtual mode of this meeting, some shareholders have elected to participate by proxy. We will now invite the registrars to provide the proxy reports.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We confirm that we received proxies on behalf of the shareholders. The results will be displayed shortly. Thank you.
Kindly be informed that are you displaying? Kindly be informed that in exercise of the powers conferred on me by virtue of section 248 subsection 1A of CAMA, I hereby declare that a poll be taken on all resolutions for consideration at this meeting, except the resolution for the election of members of the Statutory Audit Committee, which shall be done by show of hands. Voting for these resolutions will be taken electronically. I now come to the first item on the agenda, which is to receive the audited financial statements of the company for the year ended December 31, 2025. and the reports of the directors, external auditor, external consultant, and the board appraisal and audit committee thereon. The reports and accounts have been circulated to all shareholders in compliance with statutory requirements. I hereby move that the reports of the directors, external auditor, external consultant on the board appraisal and audit committee, together with the audited accounts for the financial year ended December 31, 2025, now submitted to this meeting, be and I hereby received. Can the shareholder please second the motion?
So,
I
Mr.
second that
Chairman,
motion.
my name is Mrs. Bakari Adebisi. Mrs. Bakari Adebisi Oluwayemisi. I second the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bakari. Thank you. I now call for comments from shareholders. Please indicate your intention to ask questions or to comment by clicking the raise hand icon on the online platform.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Dr. Farouk Umar. Mr. Chairman, directors of First Bank HoldCo, management staff. Mr. Chairman, we are here today to say we are very pleased with your leadership of the board. That you are coming, so many things have happened to First Bank. Mr. Chairman, everybody now knows that we must commend you for executing a highly successful corporate turnaround. The core areas, Mr. Chairman, of the performance of the board under your leadership are as follows. The first one, Mr. Chairman, is what I will call kitchen sinking strategy. Calculated clean up, implementing a massive 826.3 billion naira impairment charge in the full year account of 2025. Mr. Chairman, it has never happened. Our bank was always performing below the other banks because of the non-performing loan we were carrying. Mr. Chairman, we are coming to this board has also strengthened our balance sheet. This cleansing allows the bank to fully capture the high yield lending cycle in 2026. Mr. Otedola is a household name, and we will say that, Mr. Chairman, again, we are coming to this board has given us a massive profitability and industry leadership. We have seen, Mr. Chairman, under your guidance, First Bank HoldCo has a PBT that has rocketed by 72.2% year on year to 321 billion, up from 186.4 billion, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, also, we have gotten a top tier ranking. This performance established the institute.
We'll take another.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, you're back now. Go ahead.
I hope you can. I have 2 points.
Yeah, we can see.
To
Go
make,
ahead,
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, please.
Our performance established the institution as the second largest lender by absolute profit in Nigeria, outperforming major competitors, including GT Bank, Mr. Chairman. Then the return on equity, Mr. Chairman, we have 31.6% return on equity, up from only 4.6. And I think, Mr. Chairman, again, we should commend you for this. And Mr. Chairman, you directly invested 500 you bought 549.5 million shares of the bank, giving us the encouragement and showing your commitment to show us that you are investing your money because you believe in the industry and you believe that this bank is going to make a lot of headway. Mr. Chairman, you did not borrow this money. You put your money, and we are very happy with your investment, and it has encouraged the brokers to even move our share price to up to 79 naira. Mr. Chairman, we have also seen the aggressive institutional asset recovery. Mr. Chairman, we have recovered over 1,570%, which we have. This is an increase in our recoveries, and we commend you for that. If there are other shareholders who would like to speak, Mr. Chairman, I would also want to commend you on the cost-to-income ratio, which now has dropped from 53.8% to 45.2%, and this is very commendable. Mr. Chairman, our company secretary, the day she was appointed, she started contacting us. She's very proactive, Mr. Chairman, and we are happy with her appointment. On a final note, Mr. Chairman, if we are to compare your first quarter performance with that of Zenith Bank, this shows us that now today, First Bank HoldCo is the second largest and most profitable bank. Mr. Chairman, our PBT came to, let's take the gross earnings of 942 billion against one we have is 321 billion against 360 of Venice Bank. And Mr. Chairman, net interest income, we have the margin is 13.4, which means that you can see that if you compare us with GT, UBA, and other banks, First Bank HoldCo is now the second largest bank in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Dr. Farouk. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mrs. Bakari Adebisi Oluwayemisi, a shareholder.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity given to me to speak at today's meeting. I associate myself with the first speaker in congratulating our company for a good performance for financial year 2025. With your kind permission, Mr. Chairman, I would like to start my comments by commending. Hello, can you hear me, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. By commenting the growth in our company gross earnings on page 42, our gross earnings grew by 6.4% to 3.43 trillion from 3.21 trillion in 2024. I also commend the growth in our interest income from 2.39 trillion to 2.99 trillion, representing a growth of approximately 24.9%. This is driven by proactive asset pricing and improved yield. This is good, but I believe there is still room for improvement going forward for our company. Having said that, sir, I want to ask that my first question, I want to ask that given the high interest rate environment, what measures are being implemented to maintain asset quality and keep non-performing loans at acceptable levels? My second question is, beyond interest income, what steps is the FBN HoldCo as a group taking to diversify earnings and strengthen non-funded income streams? On a final note, Mr. Chairman, I want to really commend the Office of the Group Company Secretary and our team and our registrar, Mary Stem Registrar, for sending notice and links to all shareholders. Today's meeting, this is the first time I'm seeing this in any virtual meeting. We are having over 800 shareholders, participants. What I can see on my screen now, 831 joined this meeting. This is highly commendable. So I really commend the registrar and the company secretary for this. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity given to me.
Thank you, Mrs. Bakari. Next, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning.
Can I go ahead, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please. Your name, please.
My name is Bishop Goodluck Akpore.
Okay, Bishop. Okay.
Chairman, I really sincerely want to thank you for this meeting and also to thank you for the great work you have done in First Bank. I served on the audit committee of First Bank several years ago, and I know what it is. You have turned the bank around. You have done very, very well. Farouk was talking about your investment. That shows commitment. And then, of course, one other thing which you did, which I'm so happy about, is your top management. The top managers are skilled. They are professionals. I think this is what the bank was lacking before you came in. You see, somebody like the GMD, the MD of the bank, and then, of course, somebody was talking about the lady, the group company secretary, fantastic woman. You see, Chairman, I must tell you, when Borondo was going, some of us that were close to this bank, I was feeling him. I was feeling it. I said, hey, how can this bank get a reasonable company secretary? But here we are, better than Borondo. This lady is somebody you must keep. The group company secretary is somebody you must keep by all means. I am saying it because as a man of God, I see beyond. I see more than somebody ordinarily can see. This woman is somebody you will keep. Is very Abiola. Oh my God. Look at the name. The name too is so fine. Barua. Very humble. She knows what she's doing. And then, of course, I try to look at your attendance at the meetings. How many pages? From pages 75 to pages 81. Look at the attendance. All 100%. And then I also saw your awards. Very many. I couldn't count it. So you have done so very well. You have done well, wonderfully well. And I was telling some of my members in the church, those who have not got account in First Bank, I told them, I said they should quickly run now. They should run to First Bank. Stop all those small banks. Go to First Bank and open account. For the future is so bright. It's so bright. Imagine how many, like Farouk said, 3.4 trillion, right? The total revenue which you got, which is fantastic. I was asking even myself and our secretary, I said, how did this man do it? Then, of course, somebody was telling me that and I must mention this, I want the whole country to hear it, so that it will be a thing that other chairmen will abide. And what is it? We hear that even your diesel, the diesel you use in your house, you don't ask the bank to pay. What a wonderful man is this? You go to Abuja, you go to all the places, for the sake of the bank, and all the tickets are paid by you from your pocket. You can see how wonderful. So what I have for you, Chairman, take it from me, is prayers. What we all have for you in this country is prayers. Government should support you. Shareholders, of course, we are supporting you. And it's a wonderful thing. Now, the question I want to ask, Mr. Chairman, when are we going to our tallest house? When are we hoping to go to our tallest house? And then, of course, the second one, which is the normal thing for every investment. Are we hoping that by next year we are going to get dividend? And then, of course, to thank you and thank all the GMD, the FD. When I saw them talk, oh my God, they show experience, they show commitment. Very nice young men you brought in. So may God be with you. May God continue to stand by you so that this good job you are doing for this country, you will benefit it, shareholders will benefit it, the country also will benefit it. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Bishop. Bishop, I'll
Mr.
just
Chairman,
clarify
Mr. Chairman,
something you
my name
mentioned
is Pat.
about turning around the bank. The credit does not go to me, it goes to the board and the management of the bank. A tree cannot make a forest. So we have to thank the board for their support and, of course, the management. Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Good morning,
Mr.
sir.
Chairman.
My name is Akinpuro from Ibadan. Good morning,
I
sir.
want
My
to
name
really
is Eric
congratulate you,
Akinpuro
Mr.
from
Chairman.
Ibadan.
A wonderful job well done.
My name is Eric Akinpuro from Ibadan, Mr. Chairman. Firstly, Mr. Chairman, I want to really go back to the cover of our annual report. We tag this year resolute. And when I look at the meaning of resolute, Mr. Chairman, I can see that when you are talking of resolute, it describes someone who is completely set on a goal. And not only that, somebody that is unwilling to let anything deter him or her. With this particular message, I know that you have a mission, Mr. Chairman, and you have a purpose for being the chairman of First HoldCo. And I want to tell all our shareholders that this time is a trying period for us as a company. In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, Bible says that there is time for everything. Time to sow and time to reap. We are sowing now, and I'm imploring us that this is not the best time for us to sell our shares, because come in a few years' time, we are going to see where First HoldCo will be. So please, all shareholders, I want to implore us that this is our sowing period, and the time of reaping is coming, that we'll be laughing. So I want to ask this chairman now that, please, can you let us know the reason why dividend is not paid this year? Despite the fact that we have a fantastic report, yet dividend is not paid. I want you to tell us that this is the reason why dividend is not paid to us as shareholders. Though dividend is not paid, yet when you look at our price appreciation, by the time we did our last write, it was 25 naira. And today, First Bank is about 70 naira. So you are creating value for our investment. Even though we are not getting dividend, but we are getting value for our investment, which is very, very important to us. But meanwhile, as shareholders, we have the culture of getting dividend. So, Mr. Chairman, please let us know the reason why dividend is not paid to us this year. And also, Mr. Chairman, I want to ask that what are we doing on cyber security threats that we have in financial institutions? What measure are we putting in place to make sure that we protect customers and we protect our data and we protect us as investors? Please let us know what the company is putting in place. And also, Mr. Chairman, what measure the management is taking to control our operating expenses despite revenue growth? What measure are we taking to control our operating expenses, and also to reduce our impairment charges in the next quarter? And when you look at the results that we declared in this our first quarter, I can see that our loan recovery, we generated it from 1 billion in first quarter 2025 to 19 billion in this quarter. This is very superlative, Mr. Chairman. Continue to drive this loan recovery, and I know that we'll get there. And finally, Mr. Chairman, I want you to tell us that what assurance do we have in sustaining the superlative results that we declared in this first quarter, so that if we maintain this trajectory, I know that we'll get there. And I pray that the Lord will continue to strengthen you. The Lord will continue to strengthen us as shareholders to reap the benefit of our investments. And coming to your company secretariat, I want to associate myself with all what the previous speaker has said about your company secretary. I pray that the Lord will give her more grace to be in the gap between the company and the shareholders. And at the end, we will all laugh for having investment with First HoldCo. On this note, I rest my case, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank
Kiduro.
you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Patrick. Mr. Chairman, good morning to you once again. You have been associated with Google, and shareholders are very excited at any company you are chairing, sir. I want to, hello?
Hello, yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello, sir.
We can hear you.
I want to commend our chairman, Mr. Femi Otedola, for his forthrightness in confronting the challenges at First HoldCo, which resulted into the balance sheet restructuring of 826 billion legacy exposure. This, in short run, significantly affect the profitability and the declaration of dividend, and raise impairment charge to 745 billion. It reflects a broader institutional decision to prioritize transparency and for a long-term structural stability. It is our expectation that those legacy debts will be pursued rigorously. I want to commend our GMD, Mr. Wale Oyedeji, and the bank MD, Mr. Alebioso, both of whom have remained resolute in changing the economic landscape of the bank, delivering on returns to shareholders, and embarking on debt recovery. This was seen in the 19 billion clawback of delinquent loan in Q1 2026. I want to commend the improvement in our gross earning by 6.9% to 3.4 trillion, and the growth in our total assets to 27.3 trillion, driven by increase in our loans and advances to 8.9 trillion, while customer deposits closes at 18 trillion. I will not forget to commend our company secretary and the investors' relations for well-organized AGM and an efficient response to shareholders' inquiry. My question to you, sir, this morning is, one, how do you hope to improve governance through the tightening of internal control, strengthening of institutional oversight, and enforcing strict risk management framework? Also, on page 51, how do you hope to advance digital innovations in Nigeria, evolving financial landscape? It is my expectations that shareholders will be very willing to take up their rights once the resolution for the approval of capital, share capital, will increase, because First Bank is a place to be. Being with you, Mr. Otedola, is being with success. Thank you, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jidwa. Before we put the motion to vote, I would like to call on the Group Managing Director to respond to some of the issues raised by the shareholders.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, shareholders, for the comments and questions raised. Thank you, Alhaji Farouk, for the commendation for our improved business performance. We appreciate your support and your kind words. I can assure you that we'll continue to build on this strong performance. Thank you, Mrs. Bakare, for your commendation. Well appreciated. You raised a question on how we'll continue to do business in a high interest rate environment. We, if you realize, over the last 10 years, have instituted very rigorous, conservative risk acceptance assessments within our bank subsidiary. Indeed, the NPLs over the last 10 years has been less than 1%, way below the 5% threshold by the central bank. We have a rigorous approach to assessing our credit, the target markets we operate in, and will continue to sustain that. You spoke about diversifying our earnings. Thank you for that comment. It's a financial supermarket we run at First HoldCo. Aside from our banking subsidiary, we have interest in asset management, securities brokerage, insurance brokerage, and trustees business. And also even within the bank, we have strong non-interest income lines. We'll continue to build on that, and as you can see from our Q1 numbers, the numbers are tracking in the right direction. We've also given advisory to the market that we're looking at encroaching in other areas to further broaden our income base within this group. Thank you, Bishop, for your kind words. We really appreciate that. And thank you for being a marketing officer for the bank. We appreciate that, and we look forward to serving your church members when they open accounts with us. We appreciate. You asked a question on when we are going to Eco Atlantic. Sometime last year, we broke grounds, and work is on course to ensure we do it. And one of the reasons why we've come in to ask for additional capital and to also ramp up our profitability within our operating subsidiaries is to give us the firepower to execute on the project. We too are eager to make that transition to Eco Atlantic. In terms of dividend expectations, you can build those expectations on our Q1 numbers, which are strong, and we hope to sustain those numbers, and we believe that dividend payments will resume at the end of this financial year. Thank you, Mr. Kinduro, for your comments. We are resolute, and resolute is very key for us in all the various areas of our business. In growing our business, we're resolute. In recovering our impairments, we are resolute. In terms of attracting high quality manpower to our businesses, we remain resolute. And in terms of honoring our commitments to our shareholders, which includes share price appreciation due to good performance, dividend payments, we are resolute. Thank you for your comments. You made mention that why are we not paying, you asked about why we're not paying dividends this financial year. Indeed, we had proposed to pay a dividend of 1 naira. However, the central bank, our key regulator, was of the view, rightly so, that all our operating entities need to be adequately capitalized. And that's one of the reasons that we are approaching you today to increase our share capital to 1 trillion naira, such that all our operating subsidiaries will be well capitalized, and then we'll resume dividend payments on the back of the improved earnings that we're already showing. You spoke about cybersecurity threats. It is real, not just in Nigeria, but in the global space. I'd like to assure you that we take this very seriously. Indeed, very recently, the CISO, that's the Chief Information Security Officer, was one of 50 people chosen to a privileged status in the cybersecurity space globally. We have the best and capable hands in the system watching this space for us. We are making the requisite investments to keep our business safe. Business confidence is key for us, and I dare say that over the last 12 months, we have not had any adverse incident happen from a cybersecurity perspective. But we are not resting on our oars, because we know the perpetrators of these threats are also not resting. You spoke about measures to control OPEX. You would see that our cost-to-income ratio improved from 53 or 54% in 2025 to 45%. This speaks to the direction that we are going. Very important to also know that as a financial institution, some costs we have to incur. Regulatory costs, for instance, in 2025 was about 180 billion naira. That's significant. But we'll continue to manage the ones that are within our control. And as you can see from our Q1 numbers, we are doing the right things, and we will sustain it. You passed a comment on recovery, superlative comment. We appreciate that. But I would like to assure you that more is in the pipeline. As you can see, we're taking the battle to our recalcitrant borrowers. to ensure that we get the monies that have been provisioned or written up. So we look forward to an increase in recoveries even in this financial year. Thank you for the commendations for our various colleagues, the group company secretary. Thank you, Mr. Akinduro. Mr. Judah, thank you for your commendations to the group chairman. We appreciate the great work he's doing here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you for commending myself and the bank CEO. We are at your service and will continue to do more. You wanted to ask about how we're improving governance. You will notice that in the course of the last 12 months, we have strengthened the boards of our various subsidiaries, bringing in tested hands to ensure that we improve governance. This is significant for us. You made mention about digital innovation. I would like to report to you that your company, when you look at all the deposit money banks in this country, we control 21%. So 1 out of every 5 transactions done by deposit money bank in this country is done by First Bank. This is because of the investments we make into that space and the innovation we bring time and time again. I would like to say that you should watch this space, as there are a number of initiatives that we're pursuing that will see us strengthen our leadership in the digital payments space. I think I have covered all the comments raised. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much, GMD. As there are no further questions or comments, I will now put the motion to the meeting. The voting will be done electronically. The results will be projected on the screen for shareholders and those viewing online to see. I now invite the registrars to explain the e-voting procedure and how it works.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For this meeting, I confirm that shareholders have pre-registered and also signified how they want to vote. In addition, we also received proxies from shareholders who have also indicated how they want to vote, and all these votes have already been captured. When the resolution is called out, shareholders will be required to vote, and the total result of these votes per resolution would be displayed on the screen. Thank you.
It is time to vote on the resolution. You have 30 seconds to vote. Please vote now. Voting is over. Registrars, please announce the voting results.
Thank you. The results for the first resolution shows the total number of shareholders who have voted plus proxies is 1,942. 99% have voted for and less than 1% against.
Thank you. Following the results of the voting as announced by the registrars, I hereby declare that the resolution to receive the reports of the directors, external auditor, external consultant on the board appraisal and audit committee, together with the audited accounts for the financial year ended December 31, 2025, now submitted to this meeting, has been duly carried. The second item on the agenda is the re-election of directors. Since I'm standing for the next election, I would like to invite Dr. Alimi Abdurazak, an independent non-executive director, to preside over this resolution. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I hereby call on the shareholder to move as follows: that Mr. Olufemi Otedola, CON, be re-elected as a non-executive director.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Dr. Goni Farooq Umar. I second the motion.
Farouk.
And move the motion. Will the shareholder please second the motion?
Mr. Chairman, I seconded the motion.
Okay. Thank you.
Bishop Akpore, I support that motion.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Farouk. Thank you very much, Bishop. You now have 30 seconds to vote. Please vote now. Registrars, please announce the results of the voting.
Thank you. The results to re-elect the directors as follows. 1,803 shareholders have voted for, representing 99.9% of shareholders present, and against just 20, representing less than 1%.
Thank you. Following the results of voting announced by the registrars, I hereby declare the resolution to re-elect Mr. Olufemi Otedola, CON, as a non-executive director carried. I therefore would like to hand over the proceedings back to the chairman.
Thank you, Dr. Alimi Abdulrazak. We shall now proceed to the next resolution. The next resolution is for the re-election of Dr. Abiodun Fatade. I hereby move that Dr. Abiodun Fatade, who is retiring by rotation and has offered himself for re-election, be and is hereby elected as a non-executive director. Will the shareholder please second the motion?
Mr. Chairman, I hereby second the motion. My name is Alhaji Kabiru Tambay.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Kabiru. You have 30 seconds to vote. Please vote now. Registrars, please announce the result of the voting.
The result of the resolution to re-elect Dr. Abiodun Fatade as a non-executive director is as follows. Total number of shareholders who have voted, 1,809 voted for, representing 99.9%, and 19 against, representing less than 1%. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Following the result of voting as announced by the registrars, I hereby declare the resolution to re-elect Dr. Abiodun Fatade as a non-executive director carried. We shall now proceed to the third item on the agenda, which is the resolution to authorize directors to determine the remuneration of the external auditor. Section 401, subsection 2 of CAMA provides that at any annual general meeting, a retiring auditor, however appointed, shall be appointed without any resolution being passed. Further to this provision, the company's external auditor, Messrs. KPMG Professional Services, being the retiring external auditor, is hereby reappointed without a resolution. Section 408, subsection 1b of CAMA requires the remuneration of Messrs. KPMG Professional Services to be fixed by the company at a general meeting or in such a manner as the company may determine in the general meeting. I hereby move that the remuneration of the company's external auditor, Messrs. KPMG Professional Services, be fixed by the directors in respect of the period ending at the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. Will the shareholder please second the motion?
Hebrew de Moses, rise to second that motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. You have 30 seconds to vote. Please vote now. Registrars. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To authorize the board to fix the remuneration of the external auditors, the results of the voting is as follows. 1,829 shareholders voted for, representing 99.9% of the votes, and 7 voted against, representing less than 1%. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Following the announcement of the result of voting by the registrars, I hereby declare that the resolution authorizing directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors is hereby carried. Section 238 of CAMA provides that at this meeting, the disclosure of remuneration of managers of the companies has been done. Accordingly, the remuneration of managers is disclosed on page 305 of the annual report. This is for the information of the shareholders. The fifth item on the agenda is the election of members of the Statutory Audit Committee. The directors nominated to represent the board on the Statutory Audit Committee are Dr. Sir Peter Aliego, Dr. Alimi Abdulrazak. We received 13 valid nominations from shareholders, following which 10 have withdrawn, leaving 3 valid nominations. The 3 nominees are Mr. Matthew Akelade, FCA, Mr. Christopher Ogba, FCCA, Mr. Umar Farouk Sheung. In view of the fact that there are 3 valid and unopposed nominations to fill the vacancies of the position of shareholders on the Statutory Audit Committee, I hereby move that they have been validly elected as members of the Statutory Audit Committee. The following are to constitute membership of the committee. Directors: Dr. Sapita Aliogo, Dr. Alimi Abdulrazak. Shareholders: Mr. Matthew Akela, the FCA, Mr. Christopher Ogba, FCCA, Mr. Umar Farouk Show. Will the shareholder please second the motion?
Chairman, I second that motion.
Your name,
G.
please.
Akbore.
Thank you very much, Bishop Akbore. The 6th item on the agenda is a special business in respect of the proposed capital raise transaction. As a background to these resolutions, the end of the regulatory forbearance regime triggered an industry-wide reassessment in certain exposures and a more conservative provisioning approach across the banking sector. For First HoldCo, these actions were necessary and prudent, aligning with regulatory expectations while strengthening the quality of the balance sheet, albeit with a short-term impact on earnings. Against this backdrop, the capital raise is being undertaken to reinforce the bank's capital base, support future growth, maintain regulatory compliance, and preserve the financial strength required to deliver sustainable long-term value for shareholders. I hereby move the following motions. 6, subsection A, that the company be and is hereby authorized to undertake a capital raise of up to 253 billion 99,328,580 naira 50 kobo to achieve 1 trillion paid up capital comprising share capital and share premium. The capital raise transaction shall be implemented by one or more transactions through the issuance of shares by way of public offering, private placement, rights issue, bonus issue, scrip dividend, or equity instruments in the Nigerian international capital market at prices to be determined by way of book building process or any other valuation method or combination of methods. In such tranches, series or proportions, and at such periods or dates, coupon or interest rates within such maturity period and upon such other terms and conditions as may be determined by the Board of Directors, subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. 6B, that the capital raise referred to in the resolution A above may be underwritten on such terms as may be determined by the directors subject to obtaining the approvals of the relevant regulatory authorities. 6C, that the share capital of the company be increased by such manner of ordinary shares which may be required upon determination of the terms of the capital raise, and the directors be and are hereby authorized to pass all necessary resolutions to effect such increase and to allot the new ordinary shares required in connection with the capital raise. 6D, that the directors and the group company secretary be and are hereby authorized to take requisite steps to reflect the changes in the share capital structure of the company and the Corporate Affairs Commission, including but not limited to effecting the necessary amendment to the company's memorandum of association and articles of association to reflect the updated company share capital pursuant to the foregoing resolutions. 6E, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to undertake all necessary actions to secure the listing and admission to trading of securities issued pursuant to the foregoing resolution on the official list of the Nigerian Exchange Limited and or any other securities exchanges or markets. That the directors be and are hereby authorized to appoint such professional parties and advisors to and to perform all such acts and do all such things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including without limitation, executing necessary documents in connection with the capital raise, determining the final structure of the capital raise, interfacing and complying with the directives of any relevant regulatory authority. Will the shareholder second the motion?
Mr. Chairman,
I so
my
do,
name
Mr.
is
Chairman. Adio Alex.
Dr. Farouk Umar.
Adio Alex
I
is the
second the
name.
motion, Mr. Chairman. in view of
Thank you, Alhaji Farouk. Seconded by. I don't know. Someone spoke.
One more, I will support.
Okay. Thank you very
Adio.
much, Mr. Adio. You have 30 seconds to vote. Please vote now. Registers, please announce the result of the voting.
The results of the special resolution, the votes, total number of shareholders and proxies, 1,841 voted for, and just one shareholder voted against. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Following the announcement of the result by voting by registrars, I hereby declare resolutions 6, 8 to 6F duly carried. Ladies and gentlemen, as there is no other business on the agenda, I thank you all for attending and taking part in the affairs of our company. I hereby declare the 14th annual general meeting of the company closed. I will now call on the shareholder to please lead us in a closing prayer.
Mr. Chairman, my name is Kabiru Tambari. I pray God Almighty to help us, to help our leaders, the insecurity we are facing in this country. I pray God Almighty to intervene on it. I pray God willing, next year we will come and continue smiling for dividend and capital appreciation. Mr. Chairman, we thank God for having you anywhere you are, from Port Oil up to Geregu, up to First Bank. We have make a lot of us that we get capital appreciation through your leadership. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. Ghayril maghlubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Thank you very much.